If you're watching this video right now, at this exact moment, stop and understand something profound. This isn't a coincidence. This isn't random. The fact that you clicked on this video, that you're reading these words, that your eyes are focused on this message at this very second, means something extraordinarily important is happening in your life. Before we dive into the details of what I'm about to share with you, I want to give you a complete overview of everything we're going to discuss in this 38-minute journey together. We're going to explore 10 critical spiritual concepts that will transform the way you understand your relationship with the divine. First, we'll examine the urgency of the message itself and why this moment in your life matters more than you realize. Second, we'll dive deep into understanding divine communication and how God speaks to people in our modern world. Third, we'll identify the signs that you're being called to something greater, the spiritual awakening that's happening right now within you. Fourth, we're going to explore the incredible power of timing and why the universe brought you here at this precise moment. Fifth, we'll talk about breaking free from the distractions that have been preventing you from hearing God's voice clearly. Sixth, we'll discuss the transformation journey that begins the moment you truly start listening to this divine message. Seventh, we'll build a framework for creating a stronger spiritual connection through practical, actionable steps. Eighth, we'll overcome the doubt and fear that so many people experience on their spiritual path. Ninth, we'll explore the ripple effect, understanding how your spiritual awakening doesn't just change you, but impacts everyone around you in ways you can't even imagine. And finally, 10th, we'll reveal your greater purpose and help you understand your divine mission on this earth. Every single point builds on the last one, and if you miss even one of them, you'll miss crucial wisdom that's specifically designed for where you are right now in your life. So stay with me through this entire journey because the final revelation might just change everything. The urgency of the message. Let me start by being completely transparent with you. You're watching this because something inside you knows that this moment matters. Deep down, in the place where your intuition lives, you sense that there's more to life than what you've been experiencing. You've felt the pull. You've noticed the signs. Maybe you've been going through a difficult period, or perhaps you've been feeling a deep emptiness despite having everything you thought would make you happy. This feeling, this recognition that you're watching something that's meant for you, this is the urgency we need to talk about. The message that God has for you right now isn't gentle and slow. It's urgent. It's meant to wake you up from whatever spiritual sleep you've been in. When I say urgent, I don't mean scary or panic-inducing. I mean that this is the time. This is your moment. Not next week, not next month, not after you get your life together, not after you finish that project or fix that relationship. Right now, the universe, God, the divine force that created everything you see and experience, is reaching out to you specifically with a message that cannot wait. Think about the word urgency for a moment. What does it mean? It means that something requires immediate attention. It means that delay comes with consequences. And the consequence of not listening to what's being communicated to you is that you'll continue living a life that doesn't fulfill your deepest desires and purposes. Every single day that you wake up and ignore the spiritual calling within you is a day you're not becoming who you're truly meant to be. You're not accessing the power that's available to you. You're not living in alignment with your true purpose. The urgency isn't about fear or pressure. It's about opportunity. It's about recognizing that you have a limited amount of time on this earth. And in that time, you have the potential to do something extraordinary, to become something incredible, to touch people's lives in ways that matter eternally. But only if you listen. Only if you pay attention. Only if you take action now, not later. Many people will watch this video and think, "That's interesting, I'll think about it tomorrow." And then tomorrow comes, and they get busy, and they forget. And the message gets buried under the noise of daily life. But you, if you're truly hearing this message right now, you're different. You won't be one of those people. You're going to understand that this urgency is real, that this moment is precious, and that what you do with this message in the next few minutes will determine the trajectory of your entire life moving forward. Understanding divine communication now. Before we go further, we need to understand how divine communication actually works. This is crucial because many people are waiting for some dramatic, unmistakable sign from God. They're waiting for a voice from heaven, or a burning bush, or angels appearing before them. And while those things have happened throughout history, that's not how God typically communicates with most people. Divine communication is much more subtle, much more integrated into the fabric of your everyday life than you might think. God speaks through synchronicities, through the people you meet, through the books you read, through the thoughts that suddenly pop into your head at unexpected moments. God communicates through your intuition, through that gut feeling that tells you something is wrong or right, through the dreams you have at night that leave you wondering about their meaning. God speaks through the circumstances of your life, through doors that open and doors that close, through opportunities that appear and obstacles that force you to grow. God communicates through nature, through the beauty of a sunset, through the power of a storm, through the quiet peace of a forest. In our modern world, God is also communicating through technology, through the videos you watch, through the words you read online, through the connections you make with strangers who become important people in your life. This is revolutionary understanding because it means that God is constantly talking to you. Every single moment of every single day, divine intelligence is trying to get your attention, trying to guide you, trying to communicate something essential. The problem isn't that God isn't communicating. The problem is that you haven't learned to listen. You haven't learned to recognize the language that divinity speaks. You've been looking for thunder when God has been whispering. You've been waiting for obvious signs when God has been working through the invisible threads that connect all things. When you understand this, you realize that this video appearing in your life right now is a form of divine communication. The fact that the title resonated with you, the fact that you clicked, the fact that you're reading these words, all of this is God speaking to you. It might be coming through pixels on a screen, but it's still coming through just as surely as if an angel appeared in your room. The method of delivery doesn't matter. What matters is the message itself and whether you're willing to hear it. Divine communication is also very personal. What God is saying to you is uniquely tailored to where you are in your life, to the specific challenges you're facing, to the specific potential within you that's waiting to be awakened. The message that transforms your neighbor's life might look completely different from the message that transforms yours, but both are coming from the same divine source. Both are perfectly suited to that individual, and both require that person to be paying attention and willing to receive. Signs you're being called. So how do you know that you're being called to something greater? How do you recognize that a spiritual awakening is happening? There are signs, distinct recognizable signs that appear when divine energy is trying to get your attention and activate something within you. The first sign is a sense of dissatisfaction with your current life. Not the normal kind of dissatisfaction where you just want more money or better possessions. I'm talking about a deep existential dissatisfaction where nothing in the external world seems to be filling the emptiness inside. You could have everything by material standards, but you still feel like something is missing. You lie awake at night asking, is this all there is? Is there more? This dissatisfaction is actually a gift. It's not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a sign that you're waking up. Your soul is saying, I need more than this. I'm capable of more than this. I'm meant for more than this. The second sign is increased synchronicity in your life. You think about someone and they text you. You see the same number repeatedly. Like you look at the clock and it's always 11:11 or 3:33. You have a question and then randomly find the exact answer in a book you pick up. Coincidences increase when divine energy is activating. The universe starts aligning to give you the information and connections you need. The third sign is a pull towards spiritual or philosophical understanding. You suddenly find yourself interested in topics you never cared about before. You start reading about meditation, spirituality, consciousness, the nature of reality. You feel drawn to particular teachers or guides. You're hungry for answers in a way you never were before. The fourth sign is increased intuitive sensitivity. You become more aware of your gut feelings. You can sense energy from people and places. You have premonitions that turn out to be accurate. Your dreams become more vivid and meaningful. This heightened sensitivity is your spiritual antenna being tuned and calibrated. The fifth sign is a shift in your relationships. Some relationships that were important fall away. New people come into your life who understand and support your journey. You feel called to help others more, to make a difference, to lift people up. The sixth sign is physical symptoms that doctors can't explain. Tingling sensations, waves of energy moving through your body, feeling hot or cold unexpectedly, pressure in your head or heart area. Your body is adjusting to higher frequencies of energy. The seventh sign is a sense of timing and purpose. Doors open at exactly the right moment. You're exactly where you need to be at exactly the right time. You feel like you're being guided, like there's an intelligence orchestrating events for your benefit. The eighth sign is increased clarity about what matters and what doesn't. You stop caring about impressing people. You lose interest in gossip and drama. You find yourself naturally drawn toward activities and people that feel spiritually aligned. The ninth sign is a deep knowing that something has shifted. You can't explain it logically, but you just know that you're not the same person you were. You're becoming something more. You're waking up. And the 10th sign is that you're watching or reading this message right now. If any of these signs are resonating with you, if you're feeling the pull, the awakening, the call to something greater, then understand this. You're being called. Your soul is activating. Your spiritual journey is beginning or accelerating, and the universe is confirming this by putting this message in front of you at exactly this moment. The power of timing. Timing is everything. You've probably heard that phrase before, but do you really understand what it means? Timing isn't just about luck or chance. Timing is about alignment. Timing is about the precise moment when multiple forces converge to create the perfect conditions for transformation. Think about how nature works. A seed doesn't grow immediately. There's a perfect time for it to sprout. The soil has to be at the right temperature. The amount of moisture has to be correct. The seed has to have gone through a dormant period. And then, when all the conditions align, growth happens almost instantaneously. One moment, there's nothing visible. The next moment, a sprout breaks through the soil. That's timing. That's what happens in your life too. For months or years, you might have been preparing, even without realizing it. Events have been unfolding. Lessons have been learned. Obstacles have been overcome. All of this has been setting the stage for this exact moment. And now, right now, the conditions are perfect. You're at the exact place in your life where you're ready to receive this message. 6 months ago, you might not have been ready. 6 months from now, you might be in a different season. But right now, at this moment, everything is aligned for this to transform you. This is why the title said, if you're watching this at this exact moment, because there is something specific about this moment. There are people who will watch this video in 6 months and get value from it, but they won't get the same value that you're getting right now because they're in a different place in their journey. The timing for them is different. But for you, right now, the timing is absolutely perfect. This is also why it's so important that you don't delay taking action. The window of perfect timing is open right now. Procrastination closes that window. Doubt closes that window. The decision to wait until you're ready closes that window. Because when the conditions align perfectly, they don't stay aligned forever. Energy flows in cycles. Opportunities appear and disappear. The moment you're in right now has a lifespan. It's not infinite. So if you're thinking about this and planning to act on it later, I'm telling you, the time to act is now. The power of timing also extends to the people you're meant to meet and the opportunities you're meant to receive. There are connections waiting for you that can only happen when you're vibrating at a certain frequency. There are doors that will only open when you're ready to walk through them. There are messages you're meant to receive, but they can only reach you when you're in the right frame of mind and the right spiritual state. By watching this video, by engaging with this message, you're positioning yourself to receive all of that. You're aligning yourself with the timing of your own destiny. You're saying yes to the universe, and the universe is saying yes back to you. Breaking free from distractions. One of the reasons so many people don't hear God's message is because their lives are completely filled with noise and distraction. This is the age of information overload, constant connectivity, endless stimulation. Your phone buzzes with notifications. Your email is flooded with messages. Your social media feeds are designed to keep you scrolling endlessly. Your television offers unlimited content. Your mind is being pulled in 1,000 different directions every single day. In the midst of all this chaos, how is God supposed to reach you? How is the divine message supposed to penetrate through all the noise? The truth is it can't, not unless you create space for it. Not unless you consciously remove the distractions and create silence and stillness where the message can land. This is why the first practical step toward hearing God's message is to break free from distraction. You need to audit your life and see where you're wasting time and energy on things that don't matter. How many hours are you spending scrolling through social media? How much time are you dedicating to consuming content that doesn't feed your soul? How often are you staying in situations or relationships that drain your energy? How much of your day is spent doing things that don't align with your values or purpose? These are hard questions, but they're necessary questions. Because every hour you spend on distraction is an hour you're not spending on spiritual growth. Every moment you're numbing yourself with entertainment is a moment you're avoiding the deep work of transformation. Every conversation you have about trivial matters is energy you're not investing in meaningful connection. I'm not saying you should become a monk and abandon all modern life. That's not realistic, and it's not the point. What I'm saying is that you need to be intentional about where your time and energy go. You need to make conscious choices rather than defaulting to the path of least resistance. If you want to hear God's message, You have to create an environment where that message can be heard. This might mean setting boundaries around your phone use. It might mean turning off notifications. It might mean limiting social media to specific times of day. It might mean canceling subscriptions to streaming services that are keeping you entertained but not enlightened. It might mean having difficult conversations with people in your life to set boundaries around their demands on your time. It might mean saying no to activities and events that don't serve your growth. These changes might make you uncomfortable. People might not understand why you're making different choices. You might feel isolated at first, but I promise you, the clarity you'll gain is worth it. When you remove the noise, you can finally hear the whisper. When you create stillness, the message becomes clear. When you make space for the divine, it rushes in to fill that space. Breaking free from distraction is also about breaking free from the patterns and habits that keep you stuck. Many people are living on autopilot. They wake up. They go through the same routines. They have the same thoughts. They make the same choices. They experience the same results. And they wonder why nothing changes. But nothing will change until you change. Nothing will transform until you break the patterns. This means questioning the beliefs you've accepted without examination. This means trying new approaches to old problems. This means being willing to look foolish in the name of growth. This means stepping outside your comfort zone regularly. The distractions aren't just external. They're also internal. Your own mind can be your biggest distraction. Your doubt, your fear, your negative self-talk, your old story about who you are and what you're capable of. These are distractions from the truth of who you really are. Breaking free from them is part of the process. The transformation journey. When you truly start listening to God's message, transformation begins. I want to be clear about what transformation actually is, because many people have a false idea about it. Transformation isn't about suddenly becoming perfect. It's not about waking up one day and having all your problems solved. Transformation is a process. It's a journey. It's a gradual unfolding of your true self. It's a progressive alignment between who you've been pretending to be and who you actually are at your core. When transformation begins, the first thing that happens is increased awareness. You start seeing things you never noticed before. You become aware of patterns in your thinking and behavior that have been limiting you. You see how your past experiences shaped your beliefs about what's possible. You notice how fear has been making decisions for you. You recognize the stories you've been telling yourself about why you can't do something or why you're not worthy. This awareness is uncomfortable. It's much easier to stay asleep, to ignore these patterns, to keep living on autopilot. But you can't fix what you don't see. So the first stage of transformation is seeing clearly. The second stage is acceptance. Once you're aware of the patterns and limiting beliefs, you have to accept them without judgment. You can't transform what you reject or deny. So you acknowledge the fear. You accept that you've made mistakes. You recognize that you've been operating from a limited understanding of your own capabilities. You stop fighting reality and start accepting it. This isn't about accepting that you're stuck permanently. It's about accepting where you are right now so you can move forward. The third stage is conscious choice. Now that you're aware and accepting, you can make different choices. Every moment is an opportunity to choose differently. Will you respond to this situation the way you always have, or will you try something new? Will you let fear make your decisions, or will you lead with courage? Will you stay in this situation, or will you step towards something better? With each conscious choice, you're rewiring your mind and your life. The fourth stage is action. Awareness, acceptance, and choice without action are just philosophy. They don't change anything in the actual world. So you have to take action. You have to do things that scare you. You have to reach out to people. You have to start that project. You have to have the conversation. You have to invest in yourself. You have to move toward your vision even before you can see the full path. The fifth stage is persistence. Transformation isn't linear. You'll have breakthrough moments followed by setbacks. You'll take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. There will be days when you feel completely aligned and days when you feel like you're starting over from zero. This is normal. This is part of the process. The people who transform are not the ones who never fall. They're the ones who get back up every single time. They're the ones who persist even when progress seems slow. They're the ones who believe in their transformation even before they can see all the evidence. The sixth stage is integration. As you move through the transformation process, the changes start becoming who you are rather than what you're doing. You don't have to think about being patient anymore because patience has become integrated into your character. You don't have to remind yourself to be kind because kindness is now natural. You don't have to force yourself toward your purpose because you're naturally aligned with it. This is when transformation truly takes root. The entire journey from waking up to complete integration might take months or years. And that's okay. This isn't a sprint. This is the process of becoming your highest self. And the important thing is that you start now, that you take that first step, that you commit to the journey. Because every step forward changes everything. Building a stronger spiritual connection. Now that we understand the journey of transformation, let's talk about the practical steps you can take right now to build a stronger spiritual connection. This is where philosophy becomes reality. This is where understanding transforms into experience. The first practical step is to establish a daily spiritual practice. This could be meditation, prayer, journaling, or any practice that creates a direct line between you and the divine. The specific practice doesn't matter as much as the consistency and intention you bring to it. Even 15 minutes a day will create profound changes if you do it consistently. Start by sitting in a quiet place. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Focus your attention on the space within your heart. Ask whatever you call the divine, God, the universe, your higher self, whatever resonates with you, to communicate with you. Be open to whatever comes. It might be a feeling, a knowing, a word, an image, a sensation. Don't judge it. Don't try to make it mean something. Just receive it. The second practical step is to listen to your intuition as if it's the voice of God. Because it is. Your intuition is how divine intelligence speaks to you. Start practicing listening to it in small ways. When you're trying to decide between two options, check in with your gut. When you're about to speak to someone, notice the energy you're picking up from them. When you're thinking about making a decision, pause and ask yourself what feels right. Start trusting these inner knowings and watch how they guide you toward your highest good. The third practical step is to spend time in nature. Nature is where God is most obvious. Trees, mountains, oceans, skies, all of these are expressions of divine intelligence. When you're in nature, you're in the presence of the sacred. So spend time outside regularly. Walk barefoot on the earth. Sit by water. Watch a sunset. Feel the wind. Pay attention to the birds and animals around you. Let nature remind you that there's something greater than the small concerns of your individual life. The fourth practical step is to serve others. One of the most direct ways to connect with the divine is to be an instrument of the divine. When you help someone, when you ease suffering, when you lift someone up, you're doing God's work. You're expressing divine love through your actions. So look for opportunities to serve, volunteer, donate, help a friend, show kindness to a stranger. The universe has a way of rewarding service with alignment and abundance. The fifth practical step is to read and study spiritual wisdom. Throughout history, enlightened people have written down their insights. These books and teachings are bridges between you and higher understanding. Find authors and teachers that resonate with you and study their work. Let their wisdom inform your journey. But always remember that your own direct experience is more important than anyone else's teaching. Use what you read to deepen your own understanding, not to become dependent on someone else's truth. The sixth practical step is to create a physical space that supports spiritual practice. This could be a full room dedicated to meditation and prayer, or it could be a corner with a candle and a cushion. Make sure it's clean, peaceful, and free from clutter and distraction. When you have a dedicated space, your mind knows that this is a place where you connect with the divine. Your consciousness shifts as soon as you enter that space. The seventh practical step is to cultivate gratitude. Every single day, take time to acknowledge what you're grateful for. Gratitude is one of the highest frequencies you can emit. When you're in gratitude, you're aligned with abundance. You're acknowledging that good things are already flowing to you. This creates a feedback loop that attracts more good things. The eighth practical step is to be mindful throughout your day. Spiritual practice isn't just something you do for 15 minutes in the morning. It's something you carry with you all day long. Notice your thoughts. Watch your reactions. Choose your words carefully. Move through the world with awareness and intention. When you do this, every moment becomes an opportunity for spiritual growth. The ninth practical step is to release what doesn't serve you. This might be beliefs, relationships, habits, possessions, or dreams that you've outgrown. Holding on to things that don't align with your new consciousness keeps you stuck in your old patterns. So let go. Create space for new things to come in. Trust that as you release what doesn't serve you, what does serve you will fill that space. The 10th practical step is to trust the process and surrender control. This is the hardest one for many people. You've been working and striving all your life. You're used to making things happen through effort and control. But spiritual growth happens when you balance effort with surrender. You do your part. You take the actions, you maintain the practices, you show up. But then you let go of the need to control exactly how things unfold. You trust that there's an intelligence greater than your individual mind working on your behalf. You surrender to the process and allow magic to happen. Overcoming doubt and fear. As you move forward on this spiritual journey, you're going to encounter doubt and fear. This is guaranteed. The old version of you, the version that was comfortable with the status quo, will fight back. Your mind will create reasons why this won't work, why you're not capable, why you should just give up and go back to the way things were. This is what happens when you try to change. The part of you that's familiar with your current life will resist the unknown. So let's talk about how to overcome doubt and fear. The first thing to understand is that doubt and fear are normal. They don't mean you're on the wrong path. They mean you're being stretched. You're growing. You're moving beyond your current identity and capability. Of course, there's going to be resistance. If there was no resistance, it would mean you weren't really changing. So the first step is to normalize the doubt and fear. Don't be surprised when it shows up. Don't take it as a sign that you should quit. Take it as a sign that you're doing something that matters. The second step is to examine your doubt. Where is it coming from? What specifically are you doubting? Are you doubting that the divine exists? Are you doubting that you're worthy of receiving divine messages? Are you doubting that you can actually change? Are you doubting that the specific goals you have are possible? Once you identify what you're doubting, you can address it. You can gather evidence. You can look at times in the past when you've overcome obstacles. You can see examples of other people who've accomplished what you want to accomplish. You can reframe your doubt as curiosity instead of certainty. The third step is to do the thing you're afraid of anyway. Fear only has power when you avoid it. The moment you walk toward fear, it loses its grip on you. So identify what you're most afraid of and move toward it. Are you afraid of being rejected? Reach out to someone. Are you afraid of failure? Start the project anyway. Are you afraid of being alone? Spend time in solitude and discover that you're not alone in your consciousness. The fourth step is to remember your why. Why did this message resonate with you in the first place? What do you want to change in your life? What are you hoping will be different? When doubt and fear come, reconnect with your why. Let your vision pull you forward stronger than your fear can push you back. The fifth step is to find support. Don't try to do this alone. Find people who understand your journey and who believe in your transformation. This could be friends, a spiritual community, a therapist, a coach, or an online group. When you're surrounded by people who believe in you, doubt loses its power. The sixth step is to practice self-compassion. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have moments when you fall back into old patterns. You're going to take actions that you later regret. This doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're human. So instead of beating yourself up, treat yourself with compassion. You would comfort a friend who's struggling. You would encourage them to keep going. Do the same for yourself. The seventh step is to change your relationship with failure. Most people are terrified of failure because they see it as evidence that they're not capable. But actually, failure is information. It's feedback. It's telling you what works and what doesn't. Every successful person has failed many times. The difference is that they didn't let failure stop them. They learned from it and tried again. So reframe failure as a necessary part of success. The eighth step is to focus on progress, not perfection. You don't need to be perfect to be on the right path. You just need to be moving in the right direction. Every small step forward counts. Every moment you choose courage over fear is a victory. Celebrate the progress you're making, rather than fixating on how far you still have to go. The ninth step is to practice affirmations and visualization. Your mind believes what you repeatedly tell it. So tell yourself affirming statements. I am capable. I am worthy. I am guided. I am transforming. Visualize yourself as the person you want to become. See yourself doing the things you want to do. Feel the emotions of success. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a real experience and a vividly imagined one. So use visualization to wire success into your neurology before you actually experience it in the external world. The 10th step is to remember that doubt and fear are just vibrations passing through your consciousness. They're not truth. They're not reality. They're just old patterns trying to maintain their existence. You are the awareness observing these patterns. You are not them. So when doubt or fear arises, notice it, acknowledge it, and then consciously choose something different. Choose trust, choose courage, choose belief, and keep moving forward. The ripple effect. Now here's something that's truly powerful and that so many people don't understand. When you transform yourself, you don't just change your own life. You create a ripple effect that touches everyone around you and extends far beyond what you can see. This is one of the most important concepts in this entire message. When you shift your consciousness, when you raise your vibration, when you become more loving, more authentic, more aligned with your true purpose, everyone who comes into contact with you is affected by that shift. The energy you carry is contagious. People feel it whether they can explain it or not. A person who's going through their own transformation unconsciously gives others permission to transform. A person who's living authentically makes it easier for others to be authentic. A person who's following their purpose inspires others to question whether they're following theirs. This is how change spreads through the world. Not through force or persuasion, but through example and presence. Your friends and family might not understand what's happening with you at first. They might think you're being strange or selfish or impractical, but then they'll start noticing that you're different. They'll see that you're happier, more peaceful, more confident, and something in them will wake up. They'll start wondering what you're doing differently. Some of them might start their own spiritual journeys. Some of them might go back to sleep. But the possibility will be planted in their consciousness. That's the ripple effect in action. Beyond your immediate circle, your transformation affects people you'll never meet. When you decide not to spread gossip, you're preventing rumors from hurting someone's reputation. When you choose to be kind, you're creating a moment of peace in someone's day that might be the difference between them giving up or continuing forward. When you share your story of transformation, someone reading it might be inspired to start their own journey. When you become successful, you prove to others who want the same thing that it's possible. Every single action you take ripples out into the world in ways you can't predict or see. This is why it's so important that you do this work for yourself. Not just for you, but for everyone. Your transformation is a gift to the world. Your healing is other people's healing. Your enlightenment is permission for others to seek enlightenment. Your success is proof that success is possible. The ripple effect also works in reverse. The collective consciousness of humanity affects you. When more people are waking up, it becomes easier for you to wake up. When more people are living authentically, it becomes easier for you to be authentic. When more people are pursuing their purpose, it becomes easier for you to pursue yours. So understand that you're not alone in this journey. You're part of a global spiritual awakening. There are millions of people right now who are waking up, transforming, becoming their highest selves. And the more people who do this work, the more the entire planet shifts. This is how the world changes. Not through governments or institutions or grand gestures, but through individual people deciding to transform and then creating ripples that affect everyone around them. Your purpose revealed, and finally, let's talk about your divine purpose. This is what everything has been leading to. This is why you're watching this video. This is what God's urgent message is really about. You have a purpose, not just a job or a career, but a deeper purpose, a reason you're here, a specific contribution that only you can make. You might not know what it is yet. In fact, most people don't. Most people go through their entire lives without ever discovering or pursuing their true purpose. And that's the tragedy. That's the waste. Because inside you is a unique set of gifts, talents, perspectives, and experiences that the world needs. The fact that you're here in this body at this time with your specific personality and background is not an accident. You were created for a reason. Your purpose might be to create something, to build something, to write something, to teach something, to heal something, to help specific people overcome specific obstacles. Your purpose might be to be a parent, a friend, a partner. Your purpose might be to change a system that's broken. Your purpose might be to inspire people. Your purpose might be to build a business that creates jobs and value. Your purpose might be to express yourself artistically. Your purpose might be to give voice to people who've been silenced. Your purpose might be to discover something new, to solve a problem, to ease suffering. Your purpose is unique to you. It's not someone else's purpose. It's not what your parents wanted for you or what society says you should do. It's what your soul is calling you to do. And here's the beautiful thing. When you're aligned with your purpose, life becomes effortless in a way that it never was before. Things start falling into place. Opportunities appear. The right people come into your life. Money flows more easily. You feel energized instead of drained. You wake up excited about your day instead of dreading it. This is what happens when you're living in alignment with your purpose. The path to discovering your purpose starts with asking yourself some fundamental questions. What activities do I do where I lose track of time because I'm so engaged? What topics do I get passionate about? What problems in the world make me angry or sad, indicating that I want to help solve them? What would I do even if nobody paid me? What would I regret not doing if I knew I only had a year to live? What unique combination of skills, experiences, and perspectives do I have? These questions begin to point toward your purpose. As you sit with them, patterns will emerge. Themes will appear. You'll start getting a sense of what you're here to do. But knowing your purpose isn't enough. You have to align your life with it. This might mean making significant changes. It might mean leaving a job that doesn't serve you. It might mean ending relationships that don't support your growth. It might mean moving to a different place. It might mean investing time and money in education or training. It might mean starting over even when you thought you had your life figured out. These changes are terrifying, but they're also exhilarating. Because you're finally starting to live authentically. You're finally starting to become who you were meant to be. As you move toward your purpose, you'll start discovering a joy and fulfillment that you never knew was possible. You'll understand what it means to be truly alive. You'll realize that all the struggle and sacrifice was worth it because you're finally doing what you were born to do. And the beautiful thing is that as you pursue your purpose, you inevitably help others. Purpose is never selfish. When you're operating from your deepest purpose, you're always contributing something valuable to the world. You're solving problems. You're creating beauty. You're raising consciousness. You're making someone's life better. This is why God's message is so urgent. This is why the universe put this in front of you right now. Because the world needs what you have to give. The world is waiting for your gifts. The world is waiting for your particular genius. But the world can only receive your gifts if you're willing to listen to the message, to transform yourself, and to step into your purpose. The choice is yours. You can watch this video and file it away as interesting but not relevant to your life right now. You can think about it for a few days and then forget about it. That's one option. Or you can recognize that this message is for you, that your life is about to change, that right now in this moment, you're standing at a crossroads. One path leads back to the way things were. The other path leads to your true life, your true purpose, your highest self. Which path will you choose? The message is urgent because time is limited. You don't know how many days you have left. You don't know when circumstances might change and make it harder to pursue your purpose. So the time to act is now. The time to listen is now. The time to transform is now. This is God's urgent message to you, and now you understand why you're watching this at this exact moment. It's not coincidence. It's destiny. It's an invitation. The question is, will you accept it? The closing statement is, we come to the end of this journey together. I want you to know that you're not the same person who started watching this video. Something has shifted. Something has awakened. You've been reminded of your power. You've been shown the path. Now you have a choice to make. And whatever you choose, know that the universe supports you. Know that there's a divine intelligence that cares about your transformation and your purpose. Know that you're never truly alone. And know that the moment you decide to change, everything changes with you. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Thank you for opening your heart and your mind to this message. Now go live your purpose. Go transform your life. Go create the ripple effect that the world is waiting for. The message has been delivered. The choice is yours.